What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video. Today, we got some breaking news out of the great state of Wisconsin. It is official. Congressman Mike Gallagher will not be challenging Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin next year for the Wisconsin Senate seat. Yep. What was seen as the top recruit by Republican strategists across the board, well, he's not running. In fact, he's just going to run for re-election in Green Bay. So, yeah, many people are seeing this as a big blow to the Republican chances in Wisconsin, and we're not beating Baldwin now. It's impossible, and we're dooming and glooming. It's like, dudes, let's be real here. Mike Gallagher is vastly overrated as a candidate. Don't get me wrong. Is he a decent congressman? Yes. Is he some S-tier congressman? Absolutely not. And these people that make it sound like Gallagher is this second coming and he's gonna single-handedly flip Wisconsin. I hate to disappoint you, but there are a lot of problems with Mike Gallagher that may not end too well for him if he did run for the Senate seat. Again, he's a solid congressman. Don't get me wrong, solid enough for the Congress his district he represents. But he really wasn't the best option. Let's be real here. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. Guys, go follow Real American Politics on Twitter. It is a great Twitter account everyone should follow. Of course, follow the Rumble page down below for exclusive content. And of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you can join Real American, which is a phenomenal deal, as help support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody. So Mike Gallagher will not be running. And like I said, people are making it sound like he is some great candidate and he's going to flip Wisconsin and all this other stuff. The fact that he isn't running, first of all, should be a telltale sign. This guy is kind of a hypocrite. He cares so much about winning and, how we have to save Wisconsin. Well, if he really was this great candidate, why isn't he running? People make a big deal about his fundraising ability. I mean, this is my problem with some of these Republicans. We're trying to win here. And you're such a great candidate and stuff. Why aren't you running? When everybody's asking you to run. I don't get it. Some of these Republicans, I swear, they want to lose, I guess? I understand if you don't want to run here and there. That's one thing. But when virtually every single national Republican is telling you you should probably run, you're one of our best options against Tammy Baldwin, a long-term incumbent who, in her own rights, kind of overrated as an electoral juggernaut. But we've done that before. We showed you that she got carried by Obama in a blue wave. That's why she won by so much. Either way, Mike Gallagher, he was one of our best candidates for 2024. He ain't running. Gallagher announced Friday morning he would not launch a bid against Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin and would instead remain in the House, where he leads the Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party. And that's why he didn't run. Because, oh my gosh, he's on a committee about the CCP. That's seriously his reason why he didn't run. What? Couldn't you do both? Run for the Senate seat and be on the committee? Do you understand why I'm a bit frustrated with this? And again, Gallagher's not my first option. I have my own opinion, and we'll get to that in a minute, but this just seems like a complete and total just botched job with the Republicans. Who freaking cares about the Select Committee on the CCP? You can still do it, but run for the Senate seat. That's such a lame excuse, it's unbelievable. I have a rare bipartisan opportunity in the 118th Congress to help restore American strength, prevent war in the Pacific, and defend our basic freedoms from communist aggression. Gallagher said in a statement, accomplishing this mission in serving Wisconsin's 8th District deserves my undivided attention. When do Democrats talk like this? If they're asked run for the Senate seat, they run. But again, if there was a valid reason like he was going to retire or something like that, fine. But because he's on a certain committee, when he could be more valuable in the Senate, it just seems bizarre. Gallagher had met with National Republican Senate Committee and its chair, Steve Daines, who was particularly eager to land him and saw him as the strongest prospective challenger. The committee released a poll commissioned in late May showing Gallagher just 1 point behind Baldwin, even though I have my own problems with the survey. Either way, yeah, Gallagher, he would have been one of our best candidates. But there was one problem that I think that people kind of forgot about. Gallagher recently has become a semi-never Trumper. He had publicly broken with former President Trump after the January 6th attack on the Capitol and reaffirmed earlier this year he would not support Trump in 2024. And this is where I start to think that, yeah, when you realize if you get somebody that's remotely pro-Trump, they get the endorsement, he may get slapped out in the primary. Because Gallagher has made some really dumb statements about Trump. You could say what you want about January 6th, but that last thing where I'm not supporting Trump in 2024. Why would you publicly say that? In a state that has hundreds of thousands of Obama-Trump voters in the Republican primary electorate. Why? That is such a stupid comment you could make. And that's probably what really happened. They looked at some primary polling, which there was a couple released, though I have my problems with, and they probably realized, yeah, when people start to realize Gallagher made some dumb statements about Trump, and I hate it that people just vote because they said anti-Trump stuff, but that is a valid concern if he's not supporting the president. Plus, his record is not particularly perfect. Some of the stuff with Ukraine was pretty bad. Some of the stuff with immigration, I mean, he supported amnesty a couple of years ago to a lesser extent. So he's not a bad congressman. He's gotten better, but the only thing that I could see why they would pick him is he fundraises good. Outside of that, why is he your number one choice? I would say number two, but number one? Now, Republicans still got other candidates. This isn't like Nevada where we don't got a bench. In the state of Wisconsin, we actually do have a decent enough bench. Now, Eric Hovedy, no, we don't run, go away. You're David McCormick too. Scott Meyer, I don't know who that is. But there's really two candidates that one of these two are probably going to be the nominees. I don't see anybody else running. God forsake us if Cleefish runs. Just go away, you lost, your career's done. Just don't run again. But realistically, there's probably two options we got. We have former Democrat sheriff of Milwaukee, David Clark. Yeah, a Democrat. But, he's I guess you could say a blue dog dem, and he's been openly considering running for the seat, and he would run as a Republican. He's not terrible on the issues. He said some pretty base stuff about, crime and stuff, and he was a decent enough sheriff, but from what I heard, there's a lot of stuff on him that you think Herschel Walker had some scandals. You haven't seen anything yet. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but Clark wouldn't, he would be like Herschel Walker too, from the sounds of it. And people are fearing that he would get absolutely blown out because he's just a former Democrat that suddenly flipped. And yeah, it doesn't sound like the best thing, but who knows? He is probably going to be one of the top contenders. The other one, though, there's one person that I vehemently support. I don't care what the elected bros say about, he's unelectable, even though he's arguably the strongest candidate. And I know a lot of people are going to say, what are you talking about? I'm talking about Tom Tiffany. In my opinion, he is the strongest candidate we got. We don't want McCormick 2. We don't want Herschel Walker 2. We want freaking Tom Tiffany. Not only is he one of the best congressmen in the nation, he is virtually an S tier, like, perfect record. He may have made one statement here and there that was kind of awkward, but outside of that, he has a perfect record. Not only that, he represents a district that has a lot of Trump-Obama voters. Wisconsin's 7th. That's the Northern Woods. And he does even better than Trump in the district. You know, that's a part of the state where Republicans need to improve, including, southwestern Wisconsin, the Driftless. But northern Wisconsin, another key area where Republicans kind of drop the ball when Trump's not on the ticket, to a lesser extent. But Tiffany does great up there. And look at the Supreme Court election. Of all the county swings from the 2020 presidential election, Tiffany's district swung the least Democrat. Yeah. Because guess what? He has a machine in northern Wisconsin of getting voters out, in high amount numbers. And that's why, of the districts, that's why freaking Daniel Kelly, his best district comparatively to 2020, was Wisconsin's 7th. Tiffany barnstormed that district for him. And relatively speaking, Kelly did good enough in the district that if he didn't collapse in the Milwaukee area, there was a chance. Tiffany was doing a lot of the carrying of Kelly, I should say. And if it wasn't for Tiffany, he would have got blown out in the north. Absolutely wiped out. It wouldn't have even been close. But Tiffany is a good campaigner. He may not be the best fundraiser. People make a big deal about that, but he's good enough on fundraising, but he's a great campaigner. And he's been building, this early vote machine. Even before current Republicans, there's making a big deal about it. There's several articles out there about how Tiffany is building this turnout machine using early voting. And there's a reason that I think he's our best option. He can unite the party very easily. He's conservative enough. Doesn't have a bad record. Great record, in fact. He is a good congressman. Represents a district that has a lot of these Obama-Trump voters that Republicans still can't win without Trump. A lot of them, at least. And this is the key part, he's a good campaigner. He is absolutely a great campaigner. And I do believe Tom Tiffany is our best option. And that's why I'm hoping that he runs for the Senate seat. So, Tom Tiffany's my number one choice. We're kind of screwed without him. I mean, I've always believed he was our best option. And people that say he's unelectable, he's electable. He did great up there in the Northern District. So stop this crap that, he's conservative. That makes him unelectable. No, he's just a really good campaigner. And I think that would translate statewide very good. And there's been polling where, generic opponent does better against Baldwin than Gallagher. So if Tiffany runs, I believe he can absolutely win. Is it 100%? No. There's a chance, though. He's our best option without Mike Gallagher running, who I've always believed was choice number 2. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.